man, David Gamlin, repping SygacityGamers, and I'm here with the legendary Justin Wong. Justin, how you doing? How you feeling today, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, exhausted, but overall, it's definitely a very fun tournament this year.
Okay, welcome to the, welcome to the A, welcome to Atlanta. We're glad to have you here. And of course, as usual, you enter the Street Fighter tournament as well as the Marvel 3 tournament. Before we talk about that, though, I do want to ask you this: Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the game has been out for about a month now. There's been a lot of controversy back and forth. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people undecided. How do you feel about the game since you've kind of had quite some time now to play, or at least more time than when it first came out?
At first, I really didn't like it, but now, ever since I started playing, just random characters in general and just, seeing that there's a lot of creativity going on in this game, I actually have a lot of fun playing it.
Okay, and you know what? That is true, because a lot of people have mentioned that this game is just all about Sentinel, all about Phoenix. And when you said you play random characters, you really do play a different cast than the typical Phoenix, Storm, and Sentinel mix-up or a combination. So who do you play and why?
I play a couple teams. I had a Wolverine, Storm, Akuma team. I play that team just because I like Wolverine and I like Storm, and I'm like, oh, Akuma spin kick assist. Let's put that together.
Okay.
And then, but the main team I've been playing lately is the She-Hulk, Amaretsu, and Tron. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I got that team. I was in training mode. I'm like, this character, go. And it became magical.
It really is magical. I mean, I've seen the damage, and I'm sure you guys already, maybe on the stream or later on YouTube, have seen what he's been doing with that combination. Now, what is the game plan? What is the science behind it? Because it really works for you. I mean, is it really that random, or did you find a way to kind of make it work?
The team was random, but it's just the synergy that it just worked out. It just worked out well in the end. So I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll keep trying to pick these random teams and hopefully make some good synergy out of it.
Okay, that's good stuff. Now, I mentioned Street Fighter earlier. I didn't talk about that much, but since Marvel 3 has been released, some gamers or some fighting game enthusiasts have been saying that they're ready to jump ship and just focus on Marvel 3. Others have played it maybe a few times and said, no, I'm done. I'm sticking to Street Fighter. How do you feel about the two games? Are you going to stick to both? Of course, being one of the best, if not the best, fighting game player in the country. What do you think? Are you still excited about the Street Fighter 4 series, or are you kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to go on Marvel 3?
My main focus is Marvel 3 right now.
Okay.
But I still play Super at tournaments. I'll never practice it at home.
Okay.
And I think the only time I'll ever play Street Fighter 4 is when Arcade Edition comes out for console.
Okay.
If that ever comes out, because I prefer that game. It's more exciting.
Right.
And just because my new main character is Yang in that game. The final round, I was like, I didn't really expect to do good at all. I was running Adon the whole tournament.
Right. So
people were just randomly surprised about it. I was surprised about it too. So yeah, I don't really care too much about Street Fighter, to be honest.
Right. And it's kind of funny. He said he didn't expect to do good. Still came in fourth place?
Yeah.
Fourth place for Justin. That's considered not doing good. Most of us hope to even get past or get out of the pool. So still did remarkably well. And I just wanted to ask you. You said that you kind of only play at the tournaments. That mean you don't practice, you don't play it at all prior to the tournaments? And if so, why not?
Just because I work a lot, and also I have a lot of stuff to take care of at home.
Okay.
And also the only time I want to practice is if I ever want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
So, and even before Marvel vs. Capcom 3, all my close friends always tell me I should practice, and that's my downfall. And I'm like, yeah, I know that's my downfall, but I just can't help it if I have a short attention span.
Right. Okay, so it makes sense. I guess it's just your time management skills, and you have other things, and then you also mentioned you have a short attention span. Now, with that said, then you are a fighting game enthusiast at heart, of course. You have Mortal Kombat 9. It's going to be introduced to Evo. What are your thoughts on that game so far? I'm not sure if you played the demo or if you had any chance to get your hands on it, and I'm not even sure if you care about the series at all. What do you think in general about that game?
I never played it yet, but I watched all the videos that's been uploaded online.
Okay.
And I kind of want to play the game just because it's a new game, and I like playing new games in general.
Okay.
I'm just a video game nerd or whatever.
Okay.
So, and I was always a big Sub-Zero fan.
Right.
So I kind of want to play Sub-Zero.
Okay. So we will see Justin Wong Evo Mortal Kombat?
I will be playing it, but that doesn't mean I'll be good at it.
Hey, but at least he's still going to enter it, and challenge himself. That's good. So now, I've been asking all the gamers so far this question. I mean, I don't know if you've had thoughts about this ever existing, but it doesn't sound too far-fetched. Some of the answers that I've been getting, makes a lot of sense. What are your thoughts on a fighting game league, similar to the NBA, MLB, NHL? What are your thoughts of that ever coming to, fruition?
If that ever came to life, I'll practice a lot more, for sure. But it's something that probably is still in the works. Probably, maybe in the future, like maybe 5 years from now or something.
Okay.
Like, fighting games came from a long way. It went from like having over 35 people in a tournament is like the most exciting thing ever to having over like almost 500 people per tournament. So just that gap alone is like creates interest, and obviously like because these games are marketed very well on like commercials, GameStop, even, and now the most biggest help is probably streams. So since there are streams, I think that's like the key to make it into a bigger league. Like even though like maybe if ESPN didn't want to pick it up, maybe Justin TV could pick it up and just like do a stream league about fighting games and have like all these crazy prizes, and then one thing leads to another. You just gotta take baby steps first.
Okay. And you mentioned streams, a few times. So I guess you are in favor of the influx of videos on YouTube and other video channels online, and so much notice have been brought to Street Fighter games and fighting games in general. I guess you do support that, correct?
Yeah, I support community tournaments. I support streams because without streams, no one will know about it. It will still be underground. Because of streams, there's online. So I feel like in the near future, streams, people watching streams, they should pay a fee to watch the stream, just like a pay-per-view wrestling match or a boxing match. Like if that can work, why can't fighting games work? Because fighting games are pretty exciting as well.
I have to agree, man. I've seen pay-per-view poker matches. I mean, there's like so many things. There's card matches online. ESPN actually airs that from time to time. I mean, so yeah, why not? It's still a competitive game, and it still has all of the elements that would, require for that to exist. So I certainly agree and support that statement. Now, I wanted to ask you, since we are speaking more so like on the business aspect of the gaming community as far as where it can go or where we would hope for it to go, you have made, quite some advancements in the last few years, and, in terms of your own personal progress with this, gaming community. Now, I want to ask, this question because I know a lot of people wonder it. When you are sponsored, what are some of the changes you experience? Is it just like you go to tournaments and regardless of what happened, you get a nice little check, you lay back and just say, hey, man, I don't even care about winning anymore. I'm paid. No worries. Like, what is really going on behind the scenes? I mean, I know you probably can't share everything, but, just as much as you can explain to those who are seeking sponsorships and hoping one day to become sponsored like you are, what can you share to describe how it is?
Well, I guess the only thing I could probably say is that you probably wouldn't have to worry about traveling. Like, that's probably the most important thing that anyone wants covered. Right. Because, like paying for like a flight and a hotel is probably like over $500 easy. So, not a lot of people can have that, especially when like people that plays like video games are still like, probably like on the age range of like maybe 18 to 30. Right. So they're still trying to work out their lives and stuff and trying to like make it big, have a college degree. Mm-hmm. And obviously college students are not like the richest kids in the world, you know what I mean? Right. So
ramen noodle diet.
Yeah, ramen, top ramen all day, right? Like $1 for 6 packs. But other than that, like I guess the main thing you could just like, it makes you focus more. It gives you more time to practice because you don't have to be like, oh, I gotta strive for every penny possible to go to this tournament because I want to go to this tournament. So having like a sponsor just like helps you like get to these tournaments, play at your best, and also you just don't have to worry about money.
Okay. Thank you, for sharing that knowledge with us. And then now, let's talk about final round and some of the things that already took place with the tournaments. I mean, you did place fourth in the Super Street Fighter 4 tournament. PR Balrog winded up winning and the entire tournament. What do you think about that matchup, Balrog versus Akuma? Is it a fair, even matchup? And what are your thoughts on PR Balrog? His execution and versus Tokido. I
actually think the match is pretty even. It could go for either party. But I feel like Balrog has an easier chance than Akuma. It's like in high-level play, I would say like Akuma would win, but if two people that never played the game before, a Balrog will win than Akuma overall. But I feel like PR Balrog played very well, and his reactions were on point. Like he was ultraing all the teleports and like all the stuff. Like he was playing like the best he ever played in his life.
Okay.
And it got into Takedo's head because Takedo started just choking. You know, like that's something that you don't really see from like Japanese players because they like to play for perfection.
Right.
So I just think like it just got to him, and you know, PR Borok showed that anyone could win this game if they tried hard enough.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Shout outs to PR Balrog, man. I mean, the guy had to come back from losers and win 2 sets, so he certainly earned that victory. You know, I'm sure you would agree with that. Yeah. So now, you know, I wanted to ask you, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You know, you're still in the runnings for that, of course. In fact, from what I've been hearing, you're expected to just sweep everyone. How do you feel about that? Are you going in there with this kind of confidence, like, you know what, I got this, I can't even front? Or are you know, trying to keep it humble and you know, like, what are your thoughts so far in the game?
I don't think so because, like, there are still good players in the top 16. Like, I had to play PR Borok in the pools, and it was really close, me and him, because, you know, like, we talk a lot online, and we're basically, like, training partners, right? Okay. So it was really close. So he's in loser still. Martin's really good. And Rai, who got second at Winter Brawl, he was pretty good. He put me in losers at Winter Brawl. I had to come back against him. And Calmo Fiend, like, his synergy on his team is really, really good. And his Calmo Fiend, this game is like made for him because it's very creative. Right. So, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Sentinel Phoenix players that's gonna hurt people's dreams today. Right. So they're there. You can't sleep on any of them. Okay. And Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it's still a new game, 1 month. You know, like, it's not very consistent yet. So right now I'm just making sure that I have to try my best to win. Okay,
see, that's good. I have to, you know, I have to agree with that. You know, I guess you're keeping it humble, and I have to also ask you about this, the X Factor, man. This is the one thing that everyone kind of have a controversial, mixed reaction or thought to. Some people have said that alone makes the game completely random. You know, it just changes the element of the game being a consistent game that skill will always triumph. So, what do you think about that? Is it true? And what are your thoughts on X Factor? You know, should it be there? Should it be nerfed, etc.?
XFactor definitely should be nerfed. It's definitely like the whole comeback factor but it, like, the comeback factor is definitely like way too the percentage of coming back is way too powerful. Just because, like, in XFactor level 3, I think your XFactor level 3 lasts for like 15 game seconds. So that's a really long time. Right. Like, I wouldn't mind XFactor the damage increase. I wouldn't mind that. I just mind the speed speed increase, because the speed increase, the person using XFactor doesn't know what they're doing. Right. They don't, I guarantee they don't know what they're doing. They're just pressing buttons. Yeah, and they're hoping for the best, you know? And because, like, a 4-hit combo basically kills any character almost, so they're like, oh, whatever, press buttons, I win. So I definitely think that should be nerfed. Okay. That's just what I feel. But I feel like XFactor is unique, but there could be more time to take, well, there could be more considerate time to balance XFactor so people won't complain about it.
Right, okay. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, X Factor, I've seen some tremendous comebacks, unbelievable comebacks. I've seen guys who had nothing left but Phoenix with this much bit of energy, level 5, come back, X Factor, and it was a wrap. So, you know, it does do a lot of different things, and hopefully it will be nerfed or at least more balanced in the future. Now, you know, like I said before, in the last few years, you've made a lot of different moves and a lot of different things have been going on with you. There was a show you did not too long ago. Was it World Cyber Games? World Cyber Games. Now, is there anything else that you're doing that you can speak about, or maybe in the works? Maybe you don't have to say the names, but, you know, are you working anything out, like, as far as being on any more shows? Like, what are your plans for the near future, if you have any?
Probably not. Right now, I'm working for Nexon. It's a Korean MMO company that makes, like, Maple Story and Dungeon Fighter and stuff. Oh, okay. So I work for them, and then I travel to tournaments on weekends. So that's, like, my main thing now. Like, kind of tired. I just want to relax.
Right. Hey, you know what? This guy's probably been up for I don't know how many hours, traveling all over the place. You know, any final thoughts, anything you want to say or express or put out there that I may have not asked you about?
Just, you know, everyone that's watching this, support your community. Without a community, we wouldn't have events like this. So, you know, like, even though there could be probably, like, rural areas that don't have, like, communities, you can always build one. You can always get people interested, and you can also check online, because shoryuken.com is, like, the best thing for regional matchmaking, and so is for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. So if you see a big tournament coming up that you know you can get to, and you want to get better, that's how you can get better. Traveling tournaments, playing different people around your area, that's not from your area also, and that's how you improve, and then you lose the whole I'm nervous system. So yeah, support Final Round, support every other big tournaments around us.
Okay, absolutely. And any last, you know, shout outs or anyone else you want to say thanks to?
Shout outs to Evil Genius for bringing me here.
Absolutely, man. So, hey, it's your boy David Gamma repping Sega City Gamers. We're still here in Atlanta, final round 14. Chilling here with my man Justin Wong. Peace and love.